Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Prescott off play action. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some room to maneuver. Nifty move. Down the sideline he goes. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. 69 yards. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
He gets it to Cooks. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Prescott to throw on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for a Jets. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are back within a score. Zerline now for the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Prescott yet again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Prescott now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball again on second down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ball again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Good footwork at the 30.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, right back to Hall.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
A give running right is Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run with Hall. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They run again with Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Hall on a give up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Rodgers to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So second down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up.
And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Henry up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Burrow looking to pass. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This second and 4.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trenton Simpson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call time.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Allen gonna throw to get things going. That's taken in. Keon Coleman.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw is Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 44 with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop. Now a 3rd and 2. Allen going to give this to Davis. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain, fresh set of downs.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Cook. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. We'll try and run here with Cook. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he's into the end zone. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Kelsey. Complete. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now a carry for Hunt. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Gray is the motion man here. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Taking off. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Cook. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have...
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes Worthy to return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down throw. Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That'll be intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
They face 2nd down and 7. on second down. Cook. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First and 10 now from the 36. To throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Third and long. From the gun, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through three. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes Worthy to return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
And they're on the 34-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He's inside the 35. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. A gain of 48. Once again, it's Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone, and it pays off with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to the 5-yard line. 2nd down, goal to go. One more time with Pacheco. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's 14-10. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Buffalo. Allen going to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
2 timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Every team practices 2-minute offense, end-of-game situation, and the chunk plays are really the drive starters. So now not only do they get the big completion, they bring up a fresh set of downs. Reminder, they still have 2 timeouts, plenty of time to go down and try to win this game.
Harrison Butler and a kickoff for Kansas City.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Oh, no. That is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, that ball's going to come out. He's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. He's on the move. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Kelsey makes the catch. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
It's a gain of 60 yards.
First down throw, Mahomes. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. again. Mahomes to throw. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Mahomes to throw for it. On the move, headed right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Brian Branch has it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Goff to the air now. Laporta with the grab. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Diving right side, got it! And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Jukes one defender, and he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Williams coming in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. St. Brown there to bring it in. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, you settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go with Montgomery. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down throw from Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Headed out right. Tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Well, Talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Chiefs with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. Here we go, second and very long. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. It was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. There he goes, right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. From the red zone now. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. Craig Reynolds to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, it's Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Mahomes on first and 10. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Kansas City. All right, Brock, I know that every quarterback has made this throw at some point, but come on, letting it go. Do you ever expect a Hail Mary to work out?
You're praying for it. That's why it's called a Hail Mary. And I'll let you in on a little secret, too, Kate. This is the one time you actually watch the ball. Right, many of the other throws, you're looking at receiver, the zone. Not this one. This one's like a long drive contest. You let it rip, you hit it and throw it as far as you can, and you don't mind watching it, and you love it when it falls in your guys' hands.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Reed now to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. He'll throw it. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Justin Reed has the INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Lions are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 from the 41. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good for a gain of 5. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
At the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
From the gun, Goff. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He beams one deep right side. And they pick him off again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. First down, ball at the 36.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Montgomery now up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back now, pressure on its way. Gets this to Montgomery. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for the Lions.
The toss play, Montgomery. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. David Montgomery with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.